So that brings us up to Dave Nave, our expert in going between different machines. So Dave, it is for you.
All right. Part 3 of policy alignment. And we're going to talk briefly now about pay for performance and how you cannot separate the individual contribution from the system performance. Just a couple of slides. This is a very quick overview. Most people, managers and leaders, try to use the top formula. Well, bear with me on the math. There will be another slide that's a little more graphic. But on the top one, everybody tries to do pay for performance. They're assuming that the individual has the only contribution to the outcome of what they do. And if you push them a little bit harder, they will kind of acknowledge that there is some individual contribution and some system contribution to the outcome. And that's actually the next level is you have the individual contribution plus the interaction between the individual and the system. And it gives you, and then you have an output. And what the mathematic people like to say is this mathematical formula cannot be solved. There is no way to solve that problem. So why do people keep trying? The basic conclusion is you can't separate the contribution of the individual from the interaction of the people and the individual. Now, for a little more graphical description, this is what pay performance does. It just you're rewarding people for being above this curtain that you have artificially hung up. And if you start working on it, start asking questions, start looking at it a little more, and you bring the curtain down, this is what you find. Is you have all these individuals, some of them heavily supported by the system, some of them not at all. So what does that actually look like in the next slide? There we go. In real life, you get salesmen that go out. And who is the salesman? If you put them on commission, you're going to pay for performance, right? You're going to put them on commission. Who are they really working for? Are they working for the company? Are they working for the customer? Or are they working for themselves? And most of the time, they're working for themselves, because if you can sell a bigger copier, a bigger insurance policy, they get a larger commission. So they are no longer focused on the aim of the company, which in this case is happy customers, or the customer, the customer or the company. And I like this quote. This comes from Dr. Deming. Reward for good performance may be the same as rewarding the weatherman for a pleasant day. And that's
in Texas, we do it for rain.
Yes, you do it for rain. So the whole idea of pay for performance doesn't really work. Everybody says, well, what do I do instead? And it's you have to decouple. Actually, if you go in and decouple what the pay for performance is supposed to be doing, there are better ways of doing it. It's really a conglomerate. It's an easy way out. So it's most successful one I've ever seen is a profit sharing inside of a company. But those have some pitfalls too.
But that's a good example. So thank you, Dave. Is there something else you'd like to share with us?
Operated, right? Your salespeople become coin operated.
Yeah.
Salespeople become.
That's true. Coin operated.
Oh yeah. And if you watched 60 Minutes this last weekend, you saw what that did to the opioid sales.
Yeah.
But that's all I have.